Jake, I want to thank you for coming to camp. My name is Thad Johnson with ABC, and I'll be doing your pitching lesson here today. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the balance position. Really, in the balance position, we like to see the back foot or the weight stay on the back side, stay on the back foot. You should have a line up through the center of your body, and your head should be also going through this line. And the reason for this is to keep our weight back. Okay, and as you can see, if you want to talk about, if you look at your posture and in regards to this line, your whole top half really has got a kind of a profile where it's a little bit leaned over, if you can see that. So we need to go ahead and you need to just go ahead and get that profile to be more straight up and down. All right, your shoulders are going to stay level. You need to level out your shoulders. As you can see, you got a little bit of a tilt in that front shoulder, which makes it real difficult for you to keep your weight back when everything on your top half wants to go to the ground. So you just need to do a lot of balance work. Close your eyes, lift the leg, feel yourself sit heavy on your backside. All right, and then play around with your weight a little bit so you can figure out where you need to sit that weight on your foot, so you can go ahead and get over your backside a little bit better. So we're going to move on to the directional portion of the video, and again, as we move forward, you need to keep your weight back here, and really it looks like your whole entire delivery has kind of got this forward tilt to it. Okay, and if anything, the second line I draw, really like to see you be a little bit more upright. Okay, a little bit more upright, and stay on that back side a little bit more. So this is something that you just really got to work at about a 50% clip and work on keeping your weight back. Okay, and leg lift, fall, keep your weight back. The best drill to work on that to correct would be to get on the backside of a mound and work on pitching uphill. Now, it's something you need to do at a low effort so you don't hurt yourself, but really what's going to happen is the more you rush forward and the more that weight gets on that front side, you're going to run into the side of that hill, okay, or the back of the pitching mound, and you're going to really feel a lot of stress on your front side. So you want to be quiet on the front side, and really what that is, you throw uphill or even play catch, like up the side of almost like a batting practice pitching mat, the little tiny mounds that people pull in front of the mound to throw batting practice on. Those boards, you get that, and it's got that slight little uphill angle. You kind of work yourself up on a crow hop, and what will start happening is you're going to start keeping your weight back a little bit more. So that'd be a great drill to do some uphill throwing just so you can really feel yourself back. And again, you take a look, we're going to start sliding this forward into the loaded position, which is at foot strike, okay? And really what we need to see, we want to see level hips. They will start to open up a little bit. Your hips are, starting to open up as they should be, but what we're really concerned about here is the fact that your top half has now started opening up. Okay, you're well out over your front leg. I mean, if we're gonna go right here on your top half, and we kind of look at the profile of your upper torso, what you're gonna see is, again, you kind of got this leaned over delivery, as opposed to being straight up and down or even slightly tilted backwards. And then another thing, what you've got this high elbow, okay? We get this high elbow at foot strike, at the loaded position. Elbow above the shoulder is something you need to correct, okay? That arm, that elbow should be equal to or below the shoulder. Equal to or below the shoulder. Reason being is arm injury. What you're seeing these days is you got a lot of guys coming down with Tommy John surgeries and labrum surgeries, and the one thing they all have in common is that at foot strike, in the position that you're in currently right now, they have a high backside. It's called scapular loading, is what they're looking for, and it puts a lot of undue stress on the elbow and the shoulder. So this is a major concern for me. Okay, a lot of it is due to the fact that you do have that lean over top half, that your weight is never really back. So I feel like if you correct the weight issue and you get more on your backside, that elbow is going to kind of calm down a little bit, and you'll be a little bit more relaxed with that backside, hopefully protecting yourself in the future from injury. Um, but a great drill, would just be to put yourself in the loaded position. Okay, stay closed. And staying closed, I would be having your glove out the way it is. Okay, it shouldn't be any further than out. It shouldn't be any further than your foot is. So you can, by getting your weight back and not leaning over so much on this throw, that glove's going to come back. Okay, look inside your glove, in the palm of your glove at this position. That's going to force yourself to be strong with the top half, um, keeping it closed a long time, and then drive yourself through the pitch using your lower half. It's just called it's a loaded position weight shift drill. So we're going to sway back. We're going to sway back and then sway forward and make a pitch. Sway back and sway forward and make a pitch. And all this is with your feet nice and spread out. So moving on to the release of the baseball, your arm gets out there nice and long, but you're walking through this finish right here. You don't create any type of leverage out front because of the lack of weight on the backside, and you just kind of have this walk through, step through finish. Um, One last thing is staying balanced at the end of the delivery. We talked about the line at the top of the balance at the beginning of the delivery. Well, the same thing should happen at the end. Okay, your right foot hits the ground. Well, now we need to stay balanced around that, and as you can see, you just walk right through it. So we just need to have a little bit more balance at the beginning. You throw the baseball, have a balance at the end. Those are some things that you should definitely try to correct. It'd be a lot of mirror work for you. I feel like that would be the best thing for you to do, would be to get yourself in front of a mirror, watch, pick a guy out, pick a guy like Cliff Lee out, or Cole Hamels, and really watch his delivery and try to not mimic it to where you try to look exactly like him, because everybody's a little bit different, but pick some things out that he does well, keeping the weight back, firming up the front side, and really try to pick some of that stuff out and do it. So thank you for coming to camp, Jake. Hope you learned a lot. We'll see you out there again sometime.